Right across the street.
Good morning. It is 9 o'clock. I'll call the meeting to order. You have the agenda before you. I would make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Betty, if you would read the minutes of the August 14th meeting, please.
Chairman Cluse called the regular meeting of the Wright County Board of Supervisors to order at 9 a.m. Members present were Cluse, Rasmussen, and Helgevold. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Helgevold to approve the tentative agenda. Motion carries. Minutes of the previous regular meeting of August 7th, 2023 were read and approved. Approved claims for payment. In open forum, Robert Watt spoke concerning Summit Carbon Solutions, and Bill Sullivan answered some of his Mr. Watt's questions. Louis Ray Jensen also asked questions concerning the geological formation of the space in North Dakota. Bob Ritter appreciated the work being done by the supervisors concerning the safety of citizens here in Wright County. Motion by Helgevold, seconded by Rasmussen to approve the liquor license for Nick's Tipsy Brewers south of Eagle Grove. Motion carries unanimously. Held discussion concerning the maintenance agreement at the agribusiness park. Motion by Helgevold, seconded by Rasmussen to send a termination letter to the tenant and table further discussion on maintenance agreement until further notice. Motion carries. The board acting as trustees of Drainage District met to hear an update on a tabled agenda item from July 31st and August 7th on a petition for repair in DD 36 sub 1 lateral A involving railroad property. Cluse gave an update on the petition for repair. Iowa code was updated July 1st concerning repairing property / tile on railroad property, and Cluse has been working with the drainage clerk and drainage attorney and reported that the letter has been sent to the railroad company concerning the blowout suck hole in the railroad right of way. Chairman Cluse opened up discussion concerning the second and final reading of the proposed ordinance number 66, an ordinance repealing and replacing Wright County ordinance number 18, an ordinance to protect and regulate secondary roads right of way, and enacting a new right of way control ordinance to regulate certain uses and occupancies of county right of way that was tabled last week. Motion by Cluse, seconded by Rasmussen to pass the second and final reading of ordinance number 66 by roll call vote. Ayes, Rasmussen, Helgevold, and Cluse, nays none. Ordinance number 66 duly passes. Cluse then introduced and made a motion to pass resolution 2023-33 with a second by Rasmussen, setting fee schedule for right of way occupancy and use permit, right of way work permits, entrance permits to perform work in the county road right of way and right of way inspection. By roll call vote, ayes, Helgevold, Rasmussen, and Cluse, nays none. Resolution 2023-33 duly passes and reads as follows. And there is the entirety.
Should that be
Entrance permits.
entrance permits and then permits to perform work?
Yes.
Okay.
And the resolution is there in its entirety. Acting as drainage trustees for DD 107 lateral 1. 10 a.m. held an informational meeting with landowners on DD 107 lateral 1 concerning a work order for repair to a drainage ditch crossing on private property. There was a work order filed that was approved by the drainage trustees 2 weeks ago, and an informational meeting was scheduled for landowners. This will be an opportunity for landowners in the area that are going to be assessed to ask questions about the repair. It has not been determined whether this is a district asset or private asset, as there has been previous litigations concerning this crossing. After some discussion by those in attendance, there was a motion by Cluse, seconded by Helgevold, to adjourn as drainage trustees. Motion carries. Motion by Helgevold, seconded by Rasmussen, to adjourn the meeting or the Board of Supervisors. During the meeting as the Board of Supervisors. Motion carries. Sorry. Obviously, I'm terrible at taking minutes again.
Okay, are there any additions or corrections other than the two typos that we've already noted? Hearing none, they'll stand approved as corrected. Claims have been around. There were 2 signatures. I think we got all those. Open forum for public input. Claire, go ahead.
I was wondering how to come on the railroad back.
We have, sent the notification off to the railroad. When we get their certified, we sent certified mail. Once it is signed by them, then the 30-day clock starts where they have to repair it. I think at the end of those 30 days, if they haven't done the repair,
You asked them to do the repair up to them.
well, we notified them in accordance with the new rules, and now, I'm assuming that they're gonna come back to us and say, go ahead and have the contractor that's repairing the stuff on the other side of the fence line, have him fix this too.
Okay.
But,
I just hadn't heard anything and I thought.
right,
That's pretty good.
they get 30 days after they receive the notification, so,
And when did the notification went?
we approved it. No,
We
It went
approved it
out.
last Monday.
well, I gave a report on it. It
Oh.
actually, I
Like the week
think,
before,
went
I
out
think.
the week before. Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't know if he's received, the person that was gonna receive, I think he was sending it to Des Moines, but the actual person that's listed on the Secretary of State's website, their address is actually in New York, so.
It'll be interesting how well that
New York, New
works.
Jersey,
Right.
all the crooks are out there. That's okay, I just wonder.
Yep, Robert, did you have anything for us?
Yeah, I'll apologize first. I'm ill prepared this morning. I have fair hangover, okay? Anyway, on page 13 of the new ordinances for the drainage districts,
Okay,
I'm just a quick summary. I'll try and get on the agenda. You and I get together sometime to see if it, but that they're cutting 2 16-inch tile through this 80 acres.
they shouldn't be cutting.
I'm sorry. Well, that's where I finally got to number 4 here on where it says crossing of drainage district tile lines.
Right.
Anything that'll be, any length of tile replaced by the above alteration shall be as follows. So I read that this morning real quick, like, and I've just got several questions, and I guess the big thing is, I'll give you an angle where I'm going is, I gave, that big fella in here.
Isaac,
Yeah, I gave him my original tile maps.
right,
Aaron's boys did and stuff. And the first time I showed one of the landowners, he says, or land,
Agents.
agent, he says, what's all those lines? I said, they're tile. I said, that's how we do it around here now. Well, what's these other things? I says, well, that's the county tile. Well, Isaac took it and he said he digitalized it. And this is a map he came up with.
okay,
I've learned how to, if I can put it on the thumb drive or something, so we can show it or we can look at it, but the gals upstairs showed me some other things. This is how he does it. He's got this 16-inch coming out and Farm U Farm and Bryan Farm. Well, Beacon shows it coming out on the inside here.
and that's why we are requiring locates on all of that. I understand that the locate can actually cause damage to the district tile, but we need to know where that tile is located because, the plan is to have them bore underneath those.
Well, I plan on as soon as the corn gets out, if I can get a hold of a backhoe. I know pretty much where they're at because we have all this other
You bet.
stuff. That's all GPS.
Yeah.
My guys can come in with their phone and we can walk, one set probably will have it found. And we will be careful because we'll only dig a couple feet and then we'll do it the old style. with the
Right,
pro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
But on page 13,
yep,
it references that there could be an open cut across the tile. I mean,
yes,
but we are, and
we're
we,
making them bore under. it.
that's correct. And that's been our discussions with Isaac and Bill Sullivan.
I'm about ready to quit trying to negotiate with them because they just. Anyway,
But
I'm trying to get out of him because I used a copy of the stuff from the roads that shows where I took that offline. What size, it's gonna be like 200, what is that, Adam, 200 by so many feet? Before, 40 feet from the road, and then isn't it 200 by 40 feet, something like that?
For their
They're,
temporary,
yeah, the ditch they're gonna dig or to bore under the road.
Yeah.
the borehole,
Yeah,
40 foot wide, I think it was. Yeah,
Is that right?
Yeah, on
I
both
think
sides.
40
yeah.
wide and
Yeah.
20
But
20 long.
anyway, I tried to get out of them, so.
Or 200.
But their story to me is, oh, we didn't put that in the easement. Well. There again, it's everything in their favor. So if it's done right, it can probably be okay. But there's gonna be people from Texas and Arizona and everything else coming in here, and when it's Friday night and they wanna get off work, they won't care. They'll fill the ditch. So I've been around too many people. I'm not as old as he is, but I'm almost there, so.
The specifications for the open cut that are referenced in that where it talks about,
Yeah,
you go still, all of that's come out of, I think it's
Iowa?
479, B, or 199. That's where it's referenced also, and that originally came from Iowa State.
Okay, 468.14 and 468.18, it says the Iowa Code Drainage Code.
Okay,
So that's probably, that's the only numbers I see.
or maybe it's out of chapter 9,
Or is there another one?
it's the part of the Iowa code that they changed after Dakota Access Pipeline. I think that's called chapter 9. I think it's Iowa Administrative Code, chapter 9.
Chapter 9.
Yeah, but it's Iowa Administrative Code. It's not Iowa Code.
Administrative Code.
IAC, chapter 9.
Okay.
Okay, anyone else?
Thank
Anyone?
you.
Yes, sir. Anyone online? Okay, hearing none. Item number 6, receive monthly revenue report from the Wright County Sheriff. This is for the month ending July 31st. County car service and mileage, $2,091.35. County new and renew weapons permits, $260, and copy fees of $25 for a total intake of $2,376.35.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve, to accept the sheriff's report, monthly report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Yeah.
Okay, item number 7, review and act on the 28E agreement with the city of Dallas for contract law enforcement. I spoke with the sheriff before the meeting and asked him if he had any issues with this. This is 28E agreement where the sheriff's department provides law enforcement coverage for the city of Dallas. Is there any other?
Simply as a renewal then?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I make a motion to approve the 28E with City of Dallas.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the 28E agreement with the city of Dallas for law enforcement services. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carried. It's just that one place from here, right?
I think so.
Okay, item number 8, review and act on the contribution to the Belmont Area Arts Council of $1,500 for local support of dust control during the power show. We've done this in the past years, rather than us contracting for dust control. Typically, and what they did this year was they contract with the Belmont Fire Department, who is actually charged by the city for the usage of water, but they use the fire trucks to water the roads.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve a contribution to the Belmont Area Arts Council of $1,500 for local support of dust control during the power show. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Item number 9, appoint representative to the CICS Supervisor Advisory Committee.
This came out of the reorganization of mental health, where we used to have a seat at the board when they consolidated that, with the state. Only 49% can be supervisors, so with the size of our district, that was set, so the ones that aren't on there on advisory boards, and that'll meet, 4 times or 3 times a year, 3 or 4 times a year.
When the advisory boards meet, will the advisory board then have a representative that serves on the state board, if you will?
The advisory board will meet and be updated by the regions board.
Okay,
Yeah, it's kind of, is what I assume is gonna be happening. I'll know more on the first one, but that, they're just kind of going through the procedural items now. And then after, I think it's every year, 2 years, they will kind of rotate. So eventually Wright County will be moved back onto the main board. But that's just kind of,
and,
procedure.
and you have served as that representative for Wright County before?
Yeah. County Social Services, and then the last few years on CICS.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to appoint Carl as our representative.
Second. I have a motion and a second to appoint Carl as the representative to the CICS Supervisory Advisory Committee. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. So we'll need to change that on our appointment of board.
Yeah, instead of a member of the board, you're the advisory board.
Yeah. Okay, item number 10, Adam Clemens, Wright County Engineer, update on secondary roads.
Last week, blades were out, regular blading, leveling the rock dusting. So every year we, identify our gravel routes that are, for next year's gravel. But we, put 10 loads of rock on them this year. So that's what they started, and they're leveling those routes. The trucks were hauling that rock to those routes, for next year's gravel, so giving it a boost. And then also hauled to, Bridge 139A, that we replaced with a CMP. It was a bridge, replaced it with CMP, and it's down under the work orders. Completed 14 work orders. Obviously, I want you to identify number 5 as bridges replaced. Bridge replaced 139A, which is on 200th Street, just north west of Clarion here. The total cost, put 144-inch CMP in for $67,000, and majority of that is, you look on your second page, it's the bottom one. Majority of that was the materials, so 33,000 in materials. So. Yes, yes. So our goal is right now, as I go through here, granular, we're still on a little bit of a hold on the year 3 scheduled gravel. We're working with Wright Materials to try to find a gradation that, it's hitting where we want it to be, not so dirty. But they're working on the dusting. There's 38 out of 116 segments completed. That shouldn't take too long. Obviously, we're only hauling 10 loads to each mile. So, construction, the Galt Blacktop is, bridge is, the whole box is poured. We're just waiting on cure time for it to be able to start being backfilled. So it should start end of this week, with being backfilled, and then go towards the paving on top of it. So
Is that contract's already been let for the paving, or the same contract?
so it's just a big long patch,
Okay.
essentially on top of it.
All right.
So yes, it's under the same contract. So
Any, and provided good weather, 2 weeks or?
I would say 2 to 3.
Yes.
Yep. Backfill and the grading will take the most amount of time because they had to move a lot of dirt because both of those lines
Yeah.
coming in
Yeah.
to get that around. So they have quite a bit of a stream bypass to fill in and recompact. So Bridge 138, obviously we started on 139, completed that last week, and then Bridge 138 on 190th Street, just west of or by Lee Avenue, is started. I think the majority of the culvert should be going in today and looking to backfill it this week. So we're trying to get 4 to 6 bridges completed, including the Galt Blacktop one, and they're mainly in Lake Township. We identified that 190th was that through route. It had 2 load posted bridges on it, 138 and 137, because it's very heavy travel. That's the Stecker Road. So, so we're trying to get most of those done in that area.
Good.
We got any questions?
Nope.
Thank you.
Update on meetings.
Had, Central Iowa Detention. Good meeting. I did get a tour of their new building, which is pretty crazy, but nice. It's really helping out. They already have 15 of their beds being used. And that part of the building is for people, for kids that they don't want to have with the kids that these kids cause too much problems to sort of keep them away to not disturb the other kids that would turn out. You know what I mean?
They can be rehabilitated.
Yes, it's pretty crazy though. I went in, took a tour of the whole thing and pretty neat. I highly recommend go down and looking at it sometime.
I spent, most of the day with Earl Seaman. We were in Mason City on Thursday. It was Economic Development Summit with, Debbie Durham from, Des Moines was there along with,
Teresa Greenville.
yeah, from the USDA. And then we had a few people from Wright County there.
We had 9.
Yeah, it was well attended. It went on for better part of the day.
11-4.
Yeah, so lots of information.
Good.
Definitely worth.
I didn't have any last week. Of course, this week begins the Exhibit H landowner hearings over at the Cardiff Event Center in Fort Dodge. I'm gonna go to the meeting this afternoon concerning how that's all gonna happen. And then they will start taking testimonies on Tuesday, and it goes Tuesday through Friday. I think I saw they already had scheduled, not specific times yet, but that should be released tomorrow. And this week there are at least, according to their schedule, there's two landowners from Wright County that will testify. The first one, I believe, has already signed a voluntary easement, so I'm anticipating that being canceled. And the other one is the Hoffman property, which is north of town, and that's on Thursday, I believe. So
Are you scheduled to testify at all about?
29th in the afternoon. That's all I know for them. They don't even know what's going on. Trust me. They have no idea that they're shooting by their. We haven't even finished reading all of last Friday's because we're hunting. We're trying to figure out what we're supposed to do. We've been told we're supposed to have 4 copies of everything. Then we've told that we can use some digital stuff, but nobody explained it. So I'll see you this afternoon. We're gonna try and learn something too, how this thing is gonna work.
Yeah.
You know, they sent us a list of questions, which everybody, you've probably seen that, you know, what's your beef, what's future plans for the farm, blah, 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 a whole bunch of little things like that. And that's all we basically know right now. Hopefully we get some more knowledge of what's going on.
Yeah.
And then before next.
at
Tuesday.
least you get the benefit of seeing a couple of them. They will be live streamed. So even if
Yeah.
you can't attend, you can at least watch some of the early ones to see how they go. Okay, and then of course we have ISAC.
Pardon?
I'm on the 29th also.
You are too?
Mhm.
Okay.
Then we have ISAC Wednesday, Thursday, and actually some meetings on Tuesday evening. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, that's down at Des Moines, so. With that, that's all the business on the agenda.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carried. We are adjourned.
In the afternoon, ready?
Yeah,
In the afternoon?
yeah.
Okay, we're okay, it's in the morning.
Okay. They really